But first, a driver admits to smoking pot and crashing into another vehicle, killing an unborn child. The man also had his own young twin boys in the car, admits to smoking pot and getting behind the wheel, ultimately causing a crash that killed a pregnant woman's child.
Now he faces several charges, including homicide. News 3's Velena Jones joins us now with details about those charges. Velena.
Yeah, Michelle and Eric, Brandon Russell was under the influence at the time. The accident happened last night in Orfordville when the Janesville man lost control of his vehicle, hitting a 34-week-old pregnant mother and her son.
It somehow lost control, went off the road down into the shoulder and ditch line on the right-hand side of the road. In an attempt to correct by going off the road, we overcorrected, crossed back over.
The driver of that car, Brandon Russell, is now facing an OWI homicide charge, along with several other charges after hitting a pregnant woman and her 4-year-old son on Highway 11. The woman's unborn baby later died at the hospital.
The driver of the car that was originally traveling eastbound admitted to the officer that he had been smoking marijuana prior to the accident.
Orfordville Police Chief David Wickstrom says they also found marijuana in his car. Russell refused to take a drug test, forcing police to file for a search warrant. Not as common as drunk driving, driving under the influence of THC still holds the same weight.
But what's clearly not legal is to be operating a motor vehicle with any what we call active marijuana. A person can be unimpaired, but if they have a restricted controlled substance in their system and they have an accident and somebody dies, they can still be charged with a violation of what we refer to generically as Luke's Law, which is drugged driving, and in this case, causing death.
Chris Van Wagner, who specializes in OWI defense, says a homicide charge involving an unborn child is not unheard of.
The law has been on the books for 15, 20 years, and so I think every prosecutor faced with an accident where somebody's driving was impaired and where a victim, the other person in the vehicle, had an unborn child and that child ended up dying, most prosecutors would say, that's a very serious crime and I'm going to look at it.
Russell had his 2-year-old twin boys in the car during the accident, his third OWI with a passenger under the age of 16.
It plays really well for the DA and really gives the judge a basis to want to give you the absolute maximum punishment if you're found guilty.
The mother's 4-year-old son was taken to Rockford to be treated for possible internal injuries. Russell and his 2 sons were treated at Mercy Hospital and released. He is scheduled to be in court on Monday.
All right, sad situation. Thank you, Velena.